What's up YouTube, JP here, and today we're going to be looking at one of the best budget handhelds that you can buy today, and that's the Miyoo Mini Plus. So without further delay, let's dive in. So first of all, I just want to give a massive thank you to Litnxt for sending this device free of charge for review. Now, it's the first time that I've actually worked with a website that's a seller and not the manufacturer themselves. So Litnxt don't just sell the Miyoo Mini Plus, they've got all sorts of devices that can cater for any kind of budget. So when we're talking about retro handhelds, we're not talking about like the Vita or the original Game Boy, etc. We're talking about handhelds that do emulation, and they normally run on Linux or Android or some other variant. In this case it runs on Onion OS, which is an absolute amazing operating system, and we'll take a further look at that a little bit later on in the video. So just before we do the unboxing, I just want to let you know that Litnxt has got a 20% off discount for Black Friday on the Miyoo Mini Plus. As always, there's a link in the description below, but this is a fantastic deal. So if you click that link, let's just watch the rest of the video first though. Don't go clicking it straight away, because this device is amazing and I need to show you everything that it can do. So enough waffling on, let's get on with that unboxing. So here's the packaging for the Miyoo Mini Plus, and on this side it's got the specs. So let's take a look. It supports an external micro SD card, battery life between 7 and 8 hours, 3.5 inch IPS display, full colour original resolution display, screen brightness adjustment, 3000 mAh rechargeable battery, and it also supports Wi-Fi. Now there's not much else on the box, so let's slide it open and see what you get inside. So we have some instructions which go through the basic operation of the device. Nice and simple, it has got English as well. Now inside this bag is something that I don't generally tend to use because I don't like vinyl stickers and things like that. But what you get here, it's good that they include it. You get a load of stickers that will go over the front plate, as you see me demonstrating here. It's not something that I will use, so I'll put them back in there because there's a reason I went for an atomic purple one. You guys know I love atomic purple. So let's move the device itself out of the way and see what else we get. So here we have a USB-C to USB charging cable. It's nice to see that it's got USB-C. Then we have a USB to micro SD card reader. Really handy that they give that in the box as well. And then of course we've got a tempered glass screen protector. Now I'm not actually going to use this because unfortunately it doesn't cover the full screen. There's a gap around the side, so it's good that they include it. It's just a shame that it's not the actual size for the device itself. So let's get this box out of the way and have a look at the device itself. Now of course I went for atomic purple, but they do them in other colours as well. So as you can see, the atomic purple looks amazing here. I just love the see-through, transparent or translucent, whatever you want to call it, cases on these retro handhelds, so you can see everything inside. So let's have a quick look around the device. At the bottom we've got the USB-C charger, we've got an SD card slot, and if we take it out, the one that they included is actually a 128 gig SanDisk Ultra, which is a really good card, so I was quite surprised that it didn't have some off-brand card in there. And then of course there's a 3.5mm headphone jack. It's got a single speaker. On the top it's got a power button with some LEDs, and then you've got a volume rocker on the left. On the back of the device you can see the R2, L, L2 buttons, which is great because some games need them. And another really good thing about this device is you can take the battery out. You can actually take it out, unplug it, and then replace it in the future. So let's get the device powered on to see what the interface looks like. So as you power the device on, you're going to see a green LED, just to let you know that the device is on. Now you're going to get a couple of welcome screens like the Miyoo screen, but I think it's really cool that Litnxt has actually got their own screen on here as well. It's just a nice touch. So this is the home screen, and I'm really pleased to see Onion OS on here. So this device runs Linux, and Onion OS is kind of like the user interface. So going into games, we're going to have a look to see what systems are on here. and I can tell you now there's a lot of them. Amiga, Amstrad, Arcade, Atari 2600, 5200 and 7800. We've got the Atari Lynx, the CPS-1, the CPS-2, CPS-3, ColecoVision, Commodore, DS, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Gear, Game Watch, Genesis, Intellivision, MS-DOS, MSX, Megaduck and NES. Neo Geo Pocket, Neo Geo, Odyssey 2, Pico 8, PSX, Poke Mini, Ports and SG-1000. SNES, Scum VM, Sega 32X, Sega CD, Sega Master System, Supervision, TurboGrafx 16 and TurboGrafx CD. TIC-8, Vortex, Virtual Boy, WonderSwan, ZX Spectrum, and if you're wondering what Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection is, it's basically just all the Turtles games for all the different systems. So if we look at Game Boy, we can see the Turtle games for the Game Boys in here. So before I start playing some games on it, let's do some size comparisons with other devices so you get an idea of scale. So here's the Miyoo Mini Plus, and the first device we're going to compare it to is the Anbernic RG350. So it's a little bit smaller than that. Next we have the Anbernic RG350-1V, so that's slightly bigger. Next we have a Nintendo Switch Lite, so you probably see a theme here, it's getting bigger and bigger. That's what she said, come on, you're all thinking it. Next we have the AYN Odin Pro, and just for fun, here's a PlayStation Portal. So the Miyoo Mini Plus is definitely a pocketable handheld. Right, let's play some games. So one of my favourite Game Boy games is Super Mario Land. So it's kind of the go-to game that I usually test when testing handhelds. Now, it's not a very demanding game because let's face it, Game Boy isn't that demanding, but as you can see, it does a really good job at getting that green colour just like the original Game Boy. Another thing to note is as it's got a single speaker, it's not super loud, and if you do have it at full volume, some games will distort. I recommend leaving it at about 75%. It's more than loud enough for you to play, and of course you've always got the option to use a 3.5mm headphone jack so you can use headphones or earbuds. Let's try something a bit more demanding on the PSX. So playing Gran Turismo on the original PlayStation on the Miyoo Mini Plus is not going to be an issue at all. The games for PlayStation run really well, and we're not surprised because it's not actually that demanding. The screen looks amazing and it's actually a good experience. Just note though, there's no analog sticks on the Miyoo Mini Plus, so if a game requires it, then it's not going to work. So as you can see, it's a small, pocketable device that's very capable at running all the emulators that's pre-installed. And wow, do you get a lot of ROMs pre-installed. To be honest, I don't think I need to be putting that SD card in the PC and adding anything else, because there's so many games on there, I'm never going to want any more added. So as I said, Black Friday deal. Massive 20% off, and it's not just this device, they've got discounts on all other devices. So if you've got some time now, click on that link, have a browse, look around, and if there's any device on that website that you want me to review, drop a comment below and then we can ask Litnxt really nicely if they mind sending some other devices my way. So I'm ending the video here. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like the video so the algorithm knows you enjoyed the content, and then don't forget to hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads. I'm JP, you've been watching Alien Retro Gaming, and I'll catch you in the next one.